Hey guys, Wheezy here. Today we're going to be looking at the Saturn X Nacho Collab Custom mousepad from Lethal Gaming Gear. We're going to get into all the specs, the size, the base, the millimeters, how thick it is, the stitching, and all that. So let's get into it. First, let's talk about the size of the pad. I did purchase the 500x500 pad, but there is also two other sizes. There is a 490x410, and there is also a 1000x500 pad. And this one here today you guys will be looking at is 500 by 500. So now let's get into the base of the pad, the bottom of it as well. It is a natural rubber based pad, so it's not going anywhere at all. So that's really good about it. And I haven't had an issue, especially while I'm swiping, a quick swipe on the mouse pad, continue gaming, long pulls. There is no like pull down. There is no me readjusting the pad every couple swipes. You put it on your desk, it sticks there, and there's no movement. So that's really good with it. So now let's get into the stitching of the pad. The pad is a low profile stitched edge pad. As you guys can tell, there's not much of it that you can see. So that's one really good thing about the pad. And especially if you're like swiping over it, you won't feel the edges of the pad like on your arm. So that's one thing that's really good with it compared to other pads who have very exposed stitching compared to this low profile one. And it's really good in my opinion so far with the edges because I haven't had any issue with them, like it getting ripped a bit, it getting in the way, it feeling uncomfortable, anything along those lines. It's really good so far with the edging. That's one thing I give them props on. The edging is really nice. So now let's get into the thickness of this pad. This pad is 4 millimeters thick. It is really nice. You can feel like you pushing on it, but it doesn't like sink when you push on there compared to like other pads that are soft. Because this is a control medium pad, so it's a bit on the slower end. It feels really nice at all. Like I haven't had like a slow spot anywhere or like unevenness on speed, if that makes sense to you guys. Like the left side is not faster than the right side, or the bottom here is not faster or slower compared to all up here. So that's one thing about the pad that I do really like so far. It has stayed consistent. It has stayed with the same speed the entire time. So that's one good thing about the pad. The pad is also made of polyester, if I didn't say that earlier. So yeah, that's one thing. It makes it feels really nice, especially like just rubbing your hand around it compared to other mouse pads. You feel like it feels like carpet sometimes, like other mouse pads feel like carpet. This feels really, really nice. I'm not going to lie about that. So let's talk about the skates and the mouses I used for this pad. I did use the Pulsar X2 V2. I did also use the Pulsar X2H, the Zowie EC2. I did use the Logitech Superlight 2, and I did use the wired Death Adder V3. And the skates on them are all very different besides the Pulsar X2H and the Zowie. The X2 V2 did have cord pads. These two mices did have super glides. The Superlight did have X-ray skates, and the Death Adder had Dot Tiger Ice 2 skates. So I did use a small majority and a small variety of skates on this pad to see how consistent it would be with multiple skates and different type of mices. And all I can really say is it stayed consistent with all of them. I really have nothing negative to say on certain skates, certain mices to use on this pad. They all stayed super consistent, same speed. In my opinion, I would prefer people, or I would recommend people to use core pads on this pad or super glides. Even X-rays. X-rays felt really nice with this mouse pad, especially compared to every single other skate that I used. So also I should probably mention, this is the first time I've ever used X-ray skates, and they felt very nice. Little side note. I would also like to like compare other mouse pads with this, but I can't really do that because I've never really tried a pad like this one. So like this is my first ever Lethal Gaming mouse pad besides a Mercury that I've gotten, and nothing that I have in my collection of mouse pads feels like this, especially with polyester on it. So I can't really like give recommendations of other mouse pads because I've never really tried other mouse pads like this pad. So once I do, I probably will give more recommendations on mouse pads like these if you guys are looking for something along these lines, especially something from Lethal Gaming's brand, because I would love to try more of their pads once I get the opportunity to. But for now, just trying this collab of the Saturn feels really nice in my opinion. So I'm really excited to possibly try even more of their mouse pads, possibly the Saturn Pro, the Saturn, the Venus Pro. I did hear the Venus Pro is very nice as well. So I might give them a try. I might not. But I can't also like give other recommendations on different mouse pads out there without trying them first. Because I wouldn't recommend something to you guys without me trying it first, especially putting in some time with it. I did have this pad for almost a month, and I consistently been using this pad for an entire month alone. And that's the way I do my reviews. I want to spend some time with the products, true time with the products, and put some real time into them, real game time into these products to show you and tell you if they're super consistent, if like a week after of a 6 hour game sesh every day is gonna just destroy the pad, it's gonna take the speed away, etc. and etc. So that's why I do kind of post like very little sometimes because I do want to put a lot of testing into these products before I give recommendations or I give anything to my audience like you guys. Because I'm not going to send you guys or try to sell you guys something that I don't like or believe in. So that's just one thing. And also to end the video off, does this mouse pad, does it get the Ichigo certification? As much as I would love to give it the Ichigo certification, I can't. The reason why I can't is because I just can't. I don't think it deserves it. I might be wrong. There might be a lot of other people who disagree with me. You guys might think you should have gave it to him. You should have gave it to this pad. But I just don't think it deserves the Ichigo certification. And that's nothing wrong with the pad. I'm not saying the pad is dog shit. The pad is not worth. It really is. It's very nice. It's very consistent. The size of it is very, very nice. The 500 by 500 is a perfect size of mouse pad. Every mousepad company should possibly make 500 by 500 only. But besides that, the mousepad's really good. If you want to get the pad, go out there and get it. It's on Lethal Gaming Gear's website. They're still there. They're $30. The price is very reasonable. And that's all really I got to say for this video, for this review. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, a comment. If you didn't like the video, make sure to leave a dislike and tell me why you didn't like it in the comments. Make sure to follow me on all my social medias in the description below. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.